Here's a way to manage your mix much easier in Pro Tools. Okay, so we have all these tracks, right? And some of these guys get way bigger than this. I don't usually deal with that, but a lot of the guys do. So you got a mix, you got tons of tracks. How do you manage it? There's so many tracks in these mixes these days. How do you control all those things? I'm amazed how some of these people do it. This is how I do it. I take everything and I break it down. You can see here, I have these colors here, which means they're a group, meaning that these here, they're highlighted here, act as one. When I pull one down, they all go down. Same thing with all the rest, they're grouped. Then I take those groups, so these are guitars, you can read here what these say. Let's open this up. Got guitars for galore, right? I try to color them so it's easy for me to identify the greens or buses. So we got all these guitars from here to way over here. And it looked like, well, way over here. There's a million guitars. So these are all guitars. That's a lot of guitars. Then we have all these vocals. Same thing, I color code them, they're all grouped. You can see blue right here. My master fader, then we have our bass, and there's tons of bass tracks. All these pink green ones here are bass tracks. Then our drums, and they're all right here. And these have different groups. They have a main group for all of them, but there's also individuals because the toms are different than the snares, and it gives me control to turn those up individually if I want, or the whole drum set. The simple solution is VCAs. Let me show you. If you look over here to the far left, you'll see all of these here. And I take all these groups and I put them all over here. So my drums, you can see right here, drums are A. So I put this in A, you see they all turn blue. And I group them to a VCA track right here. And you can tell the difference by this little icon right here, right? This is an audio track. This is a VCA track. That allows me to take all my drums and control the level of all of them with one fader. So much easier when you're mixing. You get the balance you want, then you can control the mix with one fader. Of course, you have to go back and go to these individual tracks from time to time as you're working on it. But once you get it kind of dialed to how you want, this makes it a lot simpler. So let's say we want to hear just the drums. Let's get to the song here. There's just my drums, right? I want to hear just the bass. Maybe I want the guitars. Just the vocals.
Again, each other hunting for one another, so let go with me.
Clean guitars. Now there's another cool thing that I like about this is you can take these and say your guitar, maybe you want to lower it. So you can lower it. And I like leaving these at unity. You can see they're all at 0, right? Well, this one's a little above. But you can see where these changes are, and then you can just go over here and you can right click and you can say Coalesce VCA controller, and then that'll make that 0. See that? So it's changed my VCAs to put them back at unity. So once you make an adjustment on the overall volume of a group of something, then you can coalesce it and it puts it at 0. When you come back, you know 0 is 0, and that's where you want the sound. When you have a bunch of stuff like I got here, that's kind of hard to keep track of. So by leaving it unity, it sure makes it a lot easier to knowing, yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. It didn't accidentally get hit. I didn't accidentally turn something up that I didn't want to. So check it out, VCAs and Pro Tools, real easy to use. helps group a lot of tracks down to one fader. Of course, you can make more VCAs if you want, but it's real helpful when you're mixing to help make things more manageable. So thanks for watching. Leave comments, and we'll see you in the next one.